Court's in session.
I know, you can always tell. The place is always deserted then, except for the pressed diehards hanging around the hallway. They're like hyenas.
Oh, right. This isn't your first time here, is it?
No, but I hope it's the last.
Well, it should be. Robert said they should be giving it to the jury today, maybe even by lunchtime.
You know what that means?
The verdict might be in today.
Well, Jake's speech was eloquent.
Then they're out.
Yeah. The judge has given the jury his instructions and they've been taken off to their chambers.
What did Jake say?
Oh, that Grant was innocent and that Putnam was guilty. He also raised a few interesting questions. Anybody not familiar with the facts of this case might even believe that Grant Andrews was innocent.
What about the jury?
Hard to say. I mean, Morgan's right when he says, you know, which way's the jury's going to jump. You just don't know.
Well, don't you have a personal opinion, Robert?
I think they'll convict him. Your testimony was far too important for Jake to ignore in his summation. Now, the judge has instructed the jury to give their verdict solely upon the facts presented. That alone should bring in a guilty verdict.
If he is found guilty, what would be the sentence?
The maximum is 25 years.
I didn't have any idea.
It could be less. I mean, a lot less. Judge takes many things into consideration before pronouncing sentence.
25 years.
Maybe we'd better get on home.
No. I want to stay for the verdict.
Could take quite a while.
I don't care. I don't want to go home.
Can we stay here?
I've got a better idea. Let's have lunch.
We might miss it.
No, there's a small sandwich shop just around the corner. Now, I'll leave some instructions here that we're to be notified as soon as the jury come back.
Let's do it, Celia. It might take your mind off it for a while.
No, I doubt it, but all right. Robert, do you think it might take the jury more than one day?
For Grant's sake, that would be best. Traditionally, the longer a jury is out, the less chance of a conviction.
I hope. I don't know what I hope.
Come on, let's get out of here.
I just heard on the radio on the way.
So what is it? It's guilty. Guilty. Hey, they're going to appeal. Is there anything else?
Thanks.
What do you think will happen to the men?
Granton said.
Yes.
Well, I would imagine they'll go their own way. I mean, he's going to be out of circulation for a while. But even if he'd been acquitted, I can't imagine. I'll get them. Yeah. Oh, g'day, Bert. Well, what's up? Did you say why? Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll meet him first thing. Fine. Bye. Speak of the devil.
Grant?
I was afraid of this.
What?
He wants to see me.
Why?
Well, all he said to Bert was that it was very important and personal.
Do you think it has something to do with the conviction?
Your guess is as good as mine. But whatever his reason, I'm not looking forward to seeing him. I've been dreading this for weeks. The way he put it to Bert, he wants to speak to Robert the friend rather than Robert the cop.
Is that good or bad?
Either way, it's awkward. I mean, considering how hard I worked to build a case against him.
You were doing your job.
Even you accused me of approaching it with a touch too much enthusiasm.
Well, I'm sure Grant knows you did what you had to do.
Well, he should. When we're both agents in the field, he should respect my professionalism, if nothing else.
But as you said, he may want to see you as a friend, not as a fellow pro.
Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. I was Grant's only friend after he defected. I helped him through a lot.
He saved the life of your wife.
I don't think I'll ever forget that. That's why facing him today is going to be even harder. Damn it, I wish things had worked out differently.
You having second thoughts about the verdict?
Oh, no. I believe that justice was served.
Are you going to tell Grant that?
I'm not going in there to make points.
No, I didn't expect you would be.
I'll listen to him. Wish him well, and... well, Lord knows he's going to need it.
My life, but you'd never know that listening to Father and Edward talking.
Yes, I can imagine.
You can't believe how much pressure they're putting on me to divorce Grant.
Yeah, but why are they so anxious? I mean, is it for your own good or is it for theirs?
How do you mean?
Well, I imagine that they're filled with all this notoriety that the family name is being tarnished.
Oh, yes, I'm sure they do.
Now, how do you feel about it?
The Quartermain name, I couldn't care less how dirty it gets.
No, I mean, how do you feel about divorcing Grant?
It's the last thing I could do to him right now. And the thought of consulting with lawyers and starting divorce proceedings, all that just makes me feel sick. I just can't go through with it. Not yet, anyway.
I know how you feel. I mean, he's just been found guilty of attempted... He's waiting for his sentencing. He's already on the ropes. To hit him with divorce proceedings now would certainly constitute cruel and unusual punishment.
He has enough trouble without it.
Yeah, I agree. Just give him at least some time to adjust to prison life.
I need some time, too. I just want to stop the world so I can catch up.
Yeah, well, who doesn't?
All I need is a week or two to sort things out.
I think you probably need a little more time than that to get used to all the changes. Now is no time to be making decisions that affect your future.
Aha, tell my father that.
All you can reasonably expect to do is just to tread water. Just maintain until things settle down a bit. And you have the chance to see what's ahead for you.
I don't know if I can keep my head above water, but I certainly must try.
Well, the first step is try to take overbearing relatives off your back.
You're right. I'm going to go straight home and tell Father what I think of divorcing Grant right now.
Yes, I would if I were you.
Once I get him safely back to Long Island, then I'll have a little breathing space.
I think it'll make all the difference in the world to you. And really, you've got to get control of your life now, because if you don't do it now, I don't think you'll be able to.